everybody and welcome back to the channel. I've been away for a week on holiday, and whilst I was away I hit 100 subscribers. So I wanted to say thank you everybody who's subscribed to the channel so far. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. If you'd like to do a buddy colour, just let me know. If there's things you'd like to see, let me know. If you'd like to know how I do certain things, let me know. Happy to build things as we go along. But yeah, I couldn't believe I'd suddenly hit 100 subscribers. But so I just want to say thank you everybody. Really, really happy. So this is part 4 of my Johanna Basford completed pages, and we're going to look at Enchanted Forest today. So I'll dive straight in. So the first one is the nameplate page. This I did last year, and I believe I did this with my polychromos. I know I wanted my leaves just not to be all green, so there's some green and pink. I was experimenting with some background, and I really like the way this one turned out actually. It just feels like a forest, which I guess that's the name of the book, Enchanted Forest. And I quite like the way my rabbits turned out as well. So that's that one. Then this double page spread is the first pages I've coloured in this book. And this was a labour of love. I started it with Ergo Soft, Staedtler Ergo Soft. And then once I got my Polychromos pencils, I completed it with that. And I absolutely, honestly, when I couldn't believe it when I finished this page. It just went on forever. But I love the result. It's one of my favourite pages, and I think I probably started this, or I finished it. It took me something like 2 or 3 years to finish. I probably finished it during lockdown, in the first autumn of lockdown, and that's when really my colouring really started again. But yeah, I think that's probably my favourite pages in the book that I've coloured so far. Then I think we then have the rabbit and the hedgehog page. Oh yeah, rabbit and the hedgehog page. So this one I coloured first, and this was coloured with a limited colour palette, Arteza premium pencils, but I think I was trying them out, for the first time. I wanted a limited colour palette, something like 5 colours was all I was allowed to use. And I loved the way this turned out. And then I used some Distress Oxide in the background with some star stencils, and that's also Distress Oxide, and I just love him. I think he's so cute. Probably a she actually with the colours I've chosen, but you know, hey ho. And then this one I did for my May completed pages, and I did with Polychromos pencils, and I wanted very much an autumnal theme, and I wanted the background to match kind of what I did on this one. So again, I used Distress Oxides for the yellow and some stencil. But I really like the way those two kind of stay next to one another. Really cute. Then this page. Now this is a mess. I really love the flowers in the middle. So I can't remember what I coloured them. I think this is, looking at the colours, this looks like Arteza Premium as well. Really like the way these flowers turned out. I outlined them with some Posca, and I was really experimenting with colours and shading and graduations and things like that, and then I used some Posca over here. So I really like the way the flowers and the leaves turned out and all the brown bits. And then I hate this. This is Distress Oxide, and I just think it looks like a mess. I wanted it to look like soil, but it's just the wrong colour. I just kept putting more and more on, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I quite like the sky, so if you block this bit out, then this bit would look lovely. But with that, I just think it looks hideous. But you learn. I've learned with Distress Oxide. For me, I've got to go in with brushes rather than the little circular pads, and much lighter to build up the colour. I just was too heavy-handed and did not have a clue. But you know, you live and learn. So that's that one. But yes, this page. Now this page, I challenged myself and said, right, I was getting so sick of doing green leaves. I said, right, there's no green. No, I did cheat a bit. I don't know if you can see, just this little glowy little bits of green down here. But I said, no, everything, all the leaves are going to be pink and purple. Even the trees are going to be pink and purple. So that is what I did. And this is done with polychromos. I was working out how they worked. I've realised now that I need to layer them up, just get the intensity of colour. And then I did this as soft chalk background. And I actually really like the result. It does look like an enchanted forest. I also like the water, where it goes from dark to light here, and I added some Posca into the water. And I think I did this in 2021, so last year. But yeah, I really like that one. And it was a challenge not to kind of stick to a limited palette. I do struggle with doing that. Maybe I should do it more often though, because results are always quite interesting. This was done in 2020, I think. I think this is done with Black Widow pencils. I was trying them out for the first time. I love the balloon. I hate the sky. I was experimenting with doing clouds, but doing them freehand, and that for me just does not work. I now have cut myself out a stencil and do clouds that way, rather than doing them like this. This just looks like a big mess. It's colourful, but a big mess. I like the birds. I do this page differently now, I think. But it does look as though it's up in the clouds, just the clouds are a big mess. So that's that one. And then, oh, I know which one it is. This one, I absolutely love this page. Hang on a sec. This I did with polychromos, and I was really beginning to understand how they worked. So I was getting the depth of the colour. This page just works for me. I don't know, all the colours just pop and all just works, and it looks really cohesive. So this is all polychromos and the water. And then I use some ink tints for the sunset sky, and I really like the way that turned out. Didn't need to do a background, I didn't think it needed it. And then all the white bits, all the little bubbles are Posca, white Posca pen. And I just love the way this turned out. Again, I just couldn't believe I could achieve results like this. But yeah, it's a fun page, and I think I use Helen Elliston's colouring effects book to work out how to do the fish, with the lovely shine on it. But yeah, really, just I just really like it. And then my final 2 pages in this book. This one I did, I think it was either March or April this year. And the boat, the leaves, this and these leaves, they're all Arteza Expert pencils. And then the sky is Neocolor 2. And I'm beginning to learn with Neocolor 2 that I scribbled it on the paper first and then activated it with water, and then I went back in, but taking the colour directly off the crayon with my water brush, and that intensifies the colour. I had much more control, and I was so happy with the way that it turned out. Then I've got on the Dragonfly, I don't know if you can see, I've got some blue pearl paint, and then I've also got some stickles, which I'm not sure if it shows up. And then for the water, it's primarily, it says some pentyl dual hybrid, which is all of these kind of circles along the bottom. And then I've got metallic watercolours in the water. And I just love, and then for the pink in the background, that's kind of got shimmery effect, that's my iridescent gelatos. And again, for this page, I just didn't want green leaves. I wanted an autumnal effect, and I just think it really worked. And I was just really happy, particularly as this page opposite had come out really well, so I didn't want to ruin it, and I think they look amazing together actually. This one I coloured in July 2021 last year. the main body of the picture is black widows. Then inside here, I think, is Inktense. And then I think this is Inktense, and I think this bit here is Neocolor 2s. So I think I just got my Neocolor 2s at that point, so I was experimenting with them. But this, I had some inspiration from Instagram, I think, for this page. I saw somebody else's image and loved the way they'd done it. And again, I couldn't believe the way it had turned out. It was just so vibrant and colourful, and just not what I expected. So yeah, that's that page. So those two pages together, I think, look awesome. And I believe that is all my pages in Johanna Basford's Enchanted Forest. So the next one I think we're going to look at, maybe Magical Jungle, maybe, I'm not sure. You'll have to wait and see and watch part 5. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed looking at the Enchanted Forest completed pages. I'll see you all again soon. Happy colouring. Bye.